Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland and International Trade Minister Mary Ng sent a letter to U.S. senators urging them to reconsider a tax credit for American-made electric vehicles. This comes a week after Minister Ng and a delegation of opposition MPs went to D.C. to lobby against President Biden's Buy American provisions. Now, Canada is threatening retaliation. Are we on the brink of a trade war? Let's bring in International Trade Minister Mary Ng to find out more. Hi, Minister. Good to see you. Well, happy Friday, maybe not so happy. What does this letter that you sent to the senators, the U.S. senators who are reviewing now this particular piece of legislation, what does it say? What does it do?
Well, Joyce, I'll start where you are starting, which is this issue of the EV credits that's part of the Build Back Better bill is in the U.S. Senate right now. This issue is moving quickly. It's really important that we communicate very clearly to the United States how impactful this is to Canada. It's equivalent to what is a 34% tariff on Canadian automobiles. So it's very serious for the Canadian economy, very serious for our workers. Let me also say that this is not what Canada wants to do. But this is what Canada would be prepared to do to defend its national interest if we are not able to find a solution or a resolution that is going to be satisfactory to Canada and to our industry.
Okay, so let me ask you the next logical question. If you are not able to find a resolution, what can Canada do? Are you waiting for the Americans to respond, or have you already signaled to the U.S. what your response would be?
Well, the letter is a clear communication about what we would be prepared to do to defend our national interests. But I would also share with your audience, with Canadians, Joyce, that we continue to have discussions with the Americans. We are working on solutions. That does not stop. I just spoke to a U.S. Senator today. I have spoken to others earlier this week. My colleagues are also doing that work. So that work very much is underway. It continues to be underway. Look, what we're talking about here is an EV credit. Canada and the U.S. have this in common. We want to fight climate change. We want to build electric vehicles. We've been building cars together for 50 years, in fact, 100 years, but the integration of our supply chains have been deliberate since the auto pact for over 50 years.
Yes. That's very true, Minister, and we know that already. But what are you prepared to do if the Americans don't change that provision in the bill?
Well, the letter lays out what Canada could be doing. You've seen this when Canada had to defend against unfair and unjustified aluminum and steel tariffs. There are retaliatory actions that we could be taking, and we are looking at that. We are
which retaliatory actions, Minister? Which retaliatory, precise, because you specify it in your letter. So which retaliatory actions are we talking about here?
Well, we are looking at a range of options right now. We are going to absolutely defend Canada's interests here. We, of course, the protectionist provisions that are here in this bill are harmful, and when you look at Canadian automobiles, 50% of it is Canada. The other 50% of it is American. But we are prepared to provide issue a retaliation list. Look, I would hope that we don't have to do this. I would hope that we are able to find a solution that is appropriate for Canada. I believe that we can do that, and we're working very hard to doing that. So, as I said earlier, I hope this is not what Canada wants to do, but Canada would be prepared to defend its interest and to retaliate should we need to.
I have 30 seconds left. One retaliatory measure, Minister, one. Which would it be?
Well, we have said that applying tariffs to American exports in a manner that will impact American workers in the auto sector, but along with other sectors, it could potentially be dairy TRQs. It could be the implementation of USMCA and copyright in USMCA. We are willing to do this, but as I said, I want to remind Canadians, we want to work towards a solution with the United States.
Absolutely. And you know, hopefully you'll be able to reach that solution. International Trade Minister Mary Ng, we could go on and on about this. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and thanks for coming on our show.